Hey guys, welcome back to Games and You. This is Miles. I'm here with Mateo, and this is our first official video back since our long hiatus.
First video of 2017 too.
Yes, first video of 2017, buddy. So anyway, the Switch presentation stream happened a couple days ago, and we're just going to give our thoughts about that. Makes sense since we're a primarily Nintendo-focused YouTube channel. So let's just go, first of all, overall, what did you feel about it? And then we'll break it down.
I was impressed seeing the hardware and that kind of stuff. Like, it really got me interested in it. Of course, the way it was presented was a little mediocre, but overall, I'm pretty excited for it. It's not like the Wii where I'm like, oh, I need it now. It's like, yeah, I'll definitely get it, but it's got to do a little more to hype me to those levels.
Yeah, I would say that the hardware was. I'm more interested in where that'll go in the future. I felt like it was spaced really weird, where you spent a lot of time talking about the Joy-Con especially, where they talked about just things that I thought were kind of minuscule, but then they went really quickly over maybe a big game that I'm really hyped for. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. I'm pretty hyped for it, I guess. The only consoles that I've ever bought for Nintendo at launch date have always been the handhelds. I've gotten every handheld since I think the DS, and I've owned all of them. But yeah, I've never bought a straight up home console on the first day. But I did stand in line for the Wii back in those days. You just stand 6 a.m. in Target to get a Wii.
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, that was fun. But anyway, let's just go over it. We have a little printout here. Announcements. So it comes out March 3rd. So that's pretty soon. That's less than 2 months away. So that's pretty crazy. It's gonna be $300. Now there was a leak saying that it's gonna be $250. So if you're going by that leak, it's kind of disappointing. But I think overall, $300 is actually pretty cheap for a console.
Pretty reasonable for sure.
Yeah, and then I read online that if you count in inflation and stuff like that, that this will be the fourth cheapest console ever released. So overall, not bad. It's definitely not a $600 PS3 or whatever.
Online services.
Yeah, we're gonna have some paid online services. So they jumped on
the bandwagon.
Now, these don't kick in until the fall, so it's gonna be a free
trial.
It's gonna be 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
About half a year you have free to test it out. Now, I think the downside to that is if you buy Mario Kart or if you buy Splatoon before that trial period starts, then then you don't want to buy online. Those games are kind of they're worth a lot less if you're not able to play online.
I mean, you got the local multiplayer part of it,
the local Splatoon multiplayer
that's been improved. But yeah, the big focus on those games are definitely multiplayer, Splatoon especially, and it's you're gonna be missing out on a lot.
Yeah, and it makes sense for them to want to make more multiplayer games, because if they want their service to be worth more, then they're gonna want a lot of multiplayer titles to be able to play online.
In all honesty, this was to be expected. PS4 jumped on the bandwagon also because I think PS3 was free online, or no.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah. I don't mind paying for it as long as the service is good. That's just the key component. We knew this was happening. We're fine with it. Just stay committed to keeping a good online service.
Yeah, and I mean the Wii U was cool because for a while I didn't have PS Plus, but I'd play Black Ops 2 or Assassin's Creed, just random ass shit online, and it'd just be fun, a nice free service.
Yeah.
And then talking about just PS Plus real quick, PS3 had PS Plus still, but that was only for free games and discounts and stuff like that. But you didn't need it to access online.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm wondering is I have PS Plus, right? I'm not getting rid of PS Plus because I play Overwatch and Battlefield.
Yeah.
Is the NX gonna get big titles going forward? I don't care if they get Battlefield 1 now or if they get Overwatch. That shit is kind of that ship is sort of sailed.
Future upcoming multiplayer titles.
Yeah, and
big hits.
They're getting FIFA, and as much as I don't give a fuck about FIFA,
it's still
FIFA sells it's like one of the best selling video games of all time. So
Yeah.
hopefully, like fingers crossed, like I'll pay for it if they do a good job and if they have a lot of online games I want to play. But if not, I can just play the new Mario and not give a shit about online.
Yeah.
No region locking. This is a big one. This is a big one more so for the handheld aspect, I'd say. Just because, like, especially, like, I guess, like, they release Pokemon games now, like, usually all over, but there's just usually, like, a couple games that get released over there that don't get released here, or over there they get released, like, years ahead of time, to where it's, like, sort of annoying. Like, I think the last Fire Emblem released, like, in November, and that didn't come out till, like, February or something?
It took forever for them to bring it over here.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's cool, and then you can, like over there, they usually get, like, different colored, you know, skins or whatever, like, for, I guess, like, different consoles and shit like that, so that's all neat. I mean, there's no reason to not do region locking. It doesn't benefit the consumer at all to region lock. It only benefits the, like, Nintendo, so
That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
so that's good. We got Switch features, no. Just, I guess you can use it in a lot of different ways. Oh, battery life, that's a big one. 2.5 hours to 6 hours. Now, I'm assuming if you're playing Zelda, you're probably looking closer to that 2.5 hour mark.
It won't be that bad. I just hope, like, the charger for the Switch is much, much better than the Wii U gamepad charger, because that one was
they
very
said
good.
it's, like, what, micro USB or something, so you can take around one of those, like, power bricks. Like, I have one, like, a USB power brick, so I mean, I'm not sure, like, I mean, because at one point, like, right, like, if you're lugging around all this shit, it gets kind of annoying to be handheld if you have to have a power brick and you have to have, like, a spare battery and all this stuff. But
Yeah.
6 hour battery, like, if it can be closer to that 6 hours, especially for, like, smaller games like Bomberman or something, if you can play for, like, 5 hours, like, that's pretty cool.
What I'd hope too is, like, multiplayer games too, because if you're, like, playing local multiplayer with friends and you want to keep the fun going,
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure you have a
Yeah.
good battery life.
Let's talk about the Joy-Con a little bit. So they have a lot of tech inside those little things. Like, it's surprisingly not just like a controller. They were calling it HD
Rumble. or something like that.
Rumble, which is kind of stupid. HD's
It sounds
high
weird.
definition Rumble. Is that what it means? I don't know
I
if
guess
that's
so.
what it stands for. But yeah, then they showed, like, the ice cube thing. That took way too long, by the way. I'm like,
It was. I get the metaphor, but they were, like, presenting him like, what's going on here? What's
yeah, and,
all
like, the
this?
thing is, like, if you're adding ice cubes, right? The thing,
Yeah.
it's gonna be heavier. Like, this doesn't actually make something heavier. It just makes it rumble around, which I guess it could still be cool. It's just like I thought it was like a weird.
It's
weird
just like
show.
the way they presented it was a little off, but the tech itself is...
And it was in Japanese, being translated by someone who, like, was, like, high off their ass.
Oh,
Like,
that was not until
that's
later.
like my new favorite meme right now. Is the translator. They have NFC readers, so Amiibo are gonna work.
That was one thing I was concerned about at first.
I felt like that was to be expected. You can't sell
Yeah.
millions of Amiibos and not let them transfer over. They have 2 different colors consoles coming out. You have the one with the red and the blue
On each side, and then
Joy-Con.
Yeah.
They have all the fucking new names now. I still call it the NX, but then you have just the gray one.
hmm
I feel like the gray is so boring, but the red and blue look really trashy. So, like, I don't know which one I would want. If I don't get it at launch, I'll try to maybe hold out for,
different colored Joy-Con
Yeah.
editions.
like, maybe that rumor of Pokemon Stars will come out and I'll get my little Pikachu Joy-Cons. But
Fingers crossed for that.
yeah, but whatever. We have they have gyros in them, so I guess when you're playing Splatoon, you can still do the gyros. And I heard that, I mean, just from what I've seen on Twitter and stuff, is that the gyros are actually better.
So that's a recap of what they showed with the hardware. Pretty impressive stuff. I'm liking what I see so far. And now they showed
let's
off
talk about the less impressive stuff.
the software. Starting off, we had 1-2 Switch, a new IP. It's like a party game, probably like the Wii Sports, Nintendo Land of the Switch. Although
Except for
it doesn't come with it.
unlike, well, wait, Nintendo Land, but I'm kind of like Wii Sports. Wii Sports came bundled, and Wii Sports is kind of like that. It's like, you know, like that. They say it's like the best selling game of all time because the Wii sold so well. and it was kind of like iconic. It came with the Wii, but 1-2 Switch does not come with the
console.
Because I keep calling it the NX. What the fuck is it? The Switch. Yeah, that makes sense. 1-2 Switch. Yeah, it costs $50. It comes out at launch. It was like a cowboy thing.
That's how they started it off. Like, it was like a standoff, and like, it's pretty cliche. We're like, oh, they're probably going to use switches instead of revolvers or something. So like
the appeal of this game is that you don't actually look at the TV. You just look at your opponent, because in the front of the Joy-Cons they have like these, I guess, like IR sensors or some shit. Does it say in here?
No. I think they went in detail with that, talking about just like how like technical the Joy-Con is and how it adapts to 1-2 Switch.
Yeah, but like the whole thing is that you're supposed to have like 10 people sitting on a couch and they're all laughing at the TV and everyone's looking silly, being like a cowboy or whatever.
I mean, the concept of it isn't that bad. It's just it shouldn't be charged $50 and separately. If it comes with the Switch, I'd get it, like,
or like what I could see is sell it separately but put a Joy-Con
included, like a Joy-Con. That's actually pretty smart, because Joy-Cons, what I've heard, are pretty expensive.
And they did that with Nintendo Play, was it?
Wii Play.
That they had another Wiimote. Because the thing is, you needed to have like 4 Wiimotes anyway. Mm-hmm. So then it just makes it, you're like, okay, I get a Wiimote and a game to play with it. But this is like, it's only a 2-player game, and you already have 2 Joy-Con if you buy the console, and I don't know. I'm not getting this.
That's actually pretty smart though. Like if they're gonna charge that much, include a Joy-Con with it, and then
put like a colorful like green one. Or
if it was an exclusive color too, then you get more consumers.
It's just like be creative, but I mean those things are expensive, so I get it. Okay, ARMS. Very uncreative name for I think what is a pretty creative game. It looks like it's a quote unquote fighting game. I would say it's like motion controlled. With buttons, like you kind of like box with it. There's different characters. It looks pretty unique.
They made an announcement too that the game does not have to be played in motion control, so that's pretty interesting to give you the option.
Neat. Yeah, okay, I'll probably not do that then and not look like an idiot. It costs $60 and it comes out, so it does not launch with it. It comes out in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, this game looks like, I mean, it's a multiplayer game, right? So this is another thing where it's making the online service worth more by like you owning this, I guess. Honestly, I'm more hyped for this game than I probably am leading on. And like if I bought a Switch, I would imagine I'd buy this game just to time me over to the next game, because honestly they're kind of spread out.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll see it soon. Spring, so give it like March, April.
Mm-hmm. Splatoon 2. So me and Mateo were watching the trailer for Splatoon 2, and we were not sure if it was Splatoon 2, if it was Splatoon Deluxe Edition, or if it was just like a port. But it ends up being Splatoon 2. New weapons, everything's just a bunch of new shit.
You can roll
dude. To the left
or to the right.
I played a shit ton of Splatoon 1. I 100% of the single player. I maxed out my level. I played a bunch of the turf wars. I don't know. Maybe like
it looks like Splatoon 1.5 graphically, but
yeah, it looks like they're reusing a lot of assets, and it looks like they're in the same engine.
But if the new content is enough, then I could say it's pretty good.
It's a 60. It's like a lot of the thing that I keep seeing with this Switch though is that it's like, oh, I have to pay another $60. Like, oh, Mario Kart, ooh, that new bomb mode looks fun, but I have to pay $60.
Yeah.
And I gotta pay online, and it's just I'm seeing a lot of dollar signs here, which makes sense because I mean Nintendo, they need it. But
one of the big things with this game though is that they're vastly improving local multiplayer, where you can do turf war like online 4v4, which is actually a plus because. Yeah. Local multiplayer in Splatoon 1.
The gamepad on the Wii U was ass. Like that thing looked like, because do you remember playing
me and Miles played Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U online.
Call of Duty Ghosts.
One of us was on the TV and one of us was on the gamepad, and the frame rate on the gamepad was abysmal. But
next we got Super Mario Odyssey. Now, love the name for this.
Love the concept.
This is probably the game I'm most hyped for, and I wouldn't even say that I'm like super hyped for it.
I'm pretty hyped for it.
I mean, it definitely looks good, and I'll definitely like end up owning this game. But I was getting like, especially in the city segments,
the city was like some weird vibes because you're not used to Mario interacting with the real world. It reminded me
of Sonic 06 too much. Like I have Sonic 06 flashbacks.
Sonic 06, Sonic Adventure.
Well, no, but like
Yeah,
seeing Mario with just regular humans around is kind of strange. I guess the cool thing about this game is that the hat is like a little. It's like its own like little human thing now. It's like alive.
Yeah.
It has eyeballs now. You can throw it. You can jump on it.
I really like that. You can use it like as a little bouncing platform.
Yeah, it's creative. I hope that. I mean, because this game is actually true third person. It's not like a 3D world type where it's like where they were calling it like 2.5D.
Yeah.
This is like a true third person like Sunshine-esque game. I hope that they
it's sandbox like 64.
I hope that they can keep it similar to that. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is one of those trailers that me and Mateo watch it and then we're like, what the fuck is this? And then the title pops up, we're like, oh, Xenoblade 2.
I had a feeling it was Xenoblade just looking at some of the characters there, and because some of the species there were from the original
Did I
Xenoblade
ever
Chronicles.
buy the last Xenoblade?
I don't know about. I bought 3D, and X. I still need to beat both, but I've had a fun time with them so far. I'd probably get this one, but I'd try to grind the other two first. I wouldn't get on launch.
The release date is 2017. I can imagine this game slipping because didn't the last one slip?
X, I think it did.
Yeah,
solid.
So I mean, I could imagine this one. We got Fire Emblem Warriors right now. I mean, I don't even know where we're talking about this. It's pretty much just a title, and then we see Chrom for a second.
You saw 5 different weapons in the trailer. One of them was the Falchion with Chrome, and then the other weapons were. You haven't played Fates, have you?
No.
Okay, yeah, they're weapons from Fates. One of them was Corrin, one of them was Ryoma, and the other one was Xander. And then the last one was Marth's Falchion. So people are just basically assuming that all 5 of those characters are confirmed. We've already seen Chrome. Not much to it.
Yeah, but like confirmed for like
to be
for,
playable.
For all we know, this is like a dating simulator.
Yeah, but we'll get more info on that because there's a direct scheduled for Wednesday, January 18th at 2 o'clock PST. So.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no release date right now, so hopefully we'll get more information then.
Yeah.
Next, we got some third parties. We got Square Enix, we got Dragon Quest 10, 11, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, and then Project Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler, I feel like, I mean, because I've played Dragon Quest before. They're all kind of, just like a standard JRPG. Octopath Traveler was like that really nice looking pixel art game. There's like this scene in it with a cave and stuff like that. That game I'm looking forward to. I'm like a big indie fan, so I mean, this obviously isn't an indie game, but it has like that kind of feel. So
yeah.
Hopefully there's something there. Next up, we got Atlas, the new Shin Megami Tensei game.
Yeah, we had no idea what it was at first, so we had to do a little research.
I mean, you just see Japanese people and you're like, what game is this?
So far, it's been rumored to only be released in Japan, but at least if it was, you have no region locking, so you could try to get a copy for yourself.
So all you weebs out there that can speak Japanese and read it, then that's up to you. Sega.
We don't really have much info there because all they did was just talk about how they're excited to work with Nintendo again.
Oh, dude, they're re-releasing Sonic. 400th time.
It will be releasing Sonic Mania and the new Sonic 2017 game, though, so we know that.
Yeah, and then probably like some bullshit Sonic Mario at the whatever games. Bethesda, we're getting Skyrim. I'm very surprised that Skyrim's not launching with this thing.
Yeah, because it seemed like a weird release timing because
it's coming out in the fall. So if you want to buy Skyrim for the 5th time, you can go ahead and do that. I just started my playthrough of Skyrim on the PS4 with the new remaster, and I mean, I can't imagine Skyrim looking better on the PS4 than it does. I mean, I can't imagine the NX version looking better than the PS4 version. So.
I've vaguely played Skyrim, so I mean, I could play it anytime I want.
Skyrim's amazing. Skyrim's like one of the best games of all time.
I'll probably wait to get it to the Switch to show some support.
I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Grasshopper Manufacturing Corporation. This is your favorite part because this is with the translator hiccup.
Oh, this was with that. This is the No More Heroes guy.
Yeah, so
it was literally just a picture of his face.
They said that the hero Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes will be returning in a new game. They didn't specifically say it's a new No More Heroes, but they said it's like a new game coming out. That's all and like he revealed.
This is a problem that I have with the presentation in general is that you have a new console. It's like, okay, well, no consoles really launch with a great launch lineup. But like so many of these games, right? Like, I mean, if they don't even have any gameplay to show at all, if they're just showing us a picture of some dude from No More Heroes, like clearly this isn't coming out this year. And I mean, it might not even come out next year. Like, when was Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild. It was at E3 2014.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're and like back then they showed us like a trailer, right? Like
yeah,
a full trailer.
A little bit of gameplay.
We're getting a picture of some dude's fucking face. Like, you think this shit's coming out like anywhere near right now? Like, clearly not.
I feel like if the series was way more popular though, then it would slide. But I don't know if No More Heroes is that big of a popular series compared to other stuff. Like say if it was Smash Bros, they just said, "Oh, we're releasing a new Smash Bros," and they show like a picture of the logo or something. That would be a lot more exciting. But for a series like this, I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying like it's less popular.
Mm-hmm.
So
FIFA. I mean, so we got EA with FIFA. We already talked about that. Something I want to talk about EA though is this year we have the new Mass Effect Andromeda game coming out.
February? Or
February?
I think is it February or March?
No, it's. I thought it's way farther than that. But anyway, that's obviously a huge game, and with EA supporting it, I wonder if we will get that. Obviously, I believe Mass Effect 3 was on the Wii U.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so I'm curious if the Switch will get the new Mass Effect game. That's a really big series, and it'd be a pretty good get for Nintendo.
It's good to see them like partnering up together. Although FIFA was not like the best representation, but it's understandable. But like, we'll see how they do together. So that was the end of the third-party support.
Yeah, and then I mean, Zelda was the last thing that they showed.
Yeah,
which I mean makes sense. They showed a pretty substantial trailer, and then it's coming out at launch.
And in addition to that, they announced more amiibo for it. They announced Zelda and one of the creatures in it. They have some new special edition and Masters edition written down there.
You know what I really want them to do? Because they released like just kind of like, you know, that Zelda series of amiibo that wasn't for Breath of the Wild, just like random Zelda characters.
Yeah.
I really wanted them to like release like a young Link, like Majora's Mask.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Because then I'm like, ooh, I can finish off like my Melee collection and get a little closer to all characters. But,
I do like how they have Ocarina of Time Link though. That's pretty cool. You don't have Link, do you?
No.
Oh, you could use that.
I could buy that one because the other Link looked like ass.
Anyways.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. I'm not the biggest Zelda fan. I say that, but I've played like a bunch of Zeldas. I don't know,
heavy hitter for Switch.
It's a good thing that they made it at launch. It'll probably sell a lot of copies. I'm curious, like I'm just like they should port Smash 4 over. They should add a couple more characters.
Kind of like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, they should put Pokemon, the new Pokemon, on here and make it look better or some shit. Like there's files in newest Pokemon for all the Pokemon's walking animation, right? But then they say that the DS couldn't handle that. Like I feel like they could just be making a bigger effort to just port things, like import the right things. Like Mario Kart, that's a great one, right? Like it was pretty much a perfect game, I'd say, outside of the battle mode. Now the new one has battle mode. Like, it's
being revamped. You got additional characters.
Yeah.
8-player local multiplayer now also.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like they could, and I feel like they probably are. I mean, E3 is around the corner, to be honest. Like, I mean, we're still like 5 months out, but I mean, they save stuff for E3.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo's had a kind of a softer E3 the last couple of years, but they could still.
They could bounce back. They definitely.
Let's talk about what's included with the Switch when you buy it. So there's no games included. I'll say that right off the front.
You got the console, Joy-Cons, the wrist straps, and the grip, and then you got the dock to hold the console in, yes. HDMI cable, and
so the controllers, right? You have a Pro controller.
I believe Pro controller is available separately.
Yeah, but you can buy Joy-Con separately. You can buy like the little Joy-Con mount separately. You can't buy the screen separately, right? Like, so the thing that comes with the Switch, like the portable screen, you can't buy those. So I'm curious if it's because with the Wii U, right? If it broke, you had to send it into Nintendo to get it fixed because you only have one per console. Yeah, and the prices on some of these controllers, I don't know if you have those on here. They're on the
I've heard
page.
Joy-Cons were like $60 or something. Pretty expensive.
Joy-Cons, I think, are $50 for one and then $80 for two.
That's pretty
That's pretty expensive.
It's pretty
and
expensive.
then including that you have to buy like the little dock for it to connect them to make it like a little one controller. That was like I think $30 or something. So it's like $110.
That's crazy.
For a separate controller. That's pretty insane. That's like prices of like, you know, like that like Elite Xbox One hacker thing.
Yeah, like those fancy schmancy controllers.
I mean, I get there's like a lot of tech in here, but like people like I don't think people will care as much as they think they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's it really for the Switch. So there's not a lot more I give a fuck about. Oh wait, you didn't have fucking Bomberman on here.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, you have it on listing, but you didn't have it in individual
It's
games.
part of the game sample
Whatever,
lineup. There's a screenshot they released like a day or two after the presentation, showing a small sample of their
I want to
lineup.
note that I probably made it like 20 minutes in without having to tell Mateo to go fuck himself. I'm doing better. So Bomberman's coming up. Bomberman is hype. Bomberman is the best game on here.
And it'll be a launch title, so that's pretty exciting.
So that's sick. I don't give a fuck about anything else. The toilet paper's on the floor. Let's talk about games and you. Fuck the Switch. So we're coming back. What we're aiming for is we're aiming for more quality videos with less quantity, because it'll be easier for us to provide that for you guys.
And less quality obviously doesn't mean like several hiatuses like last year.
So the quantity will be more consistent. I mean, we could probably put out some, you know, more videos, but it'll be whenever we have time to do that.
And we've talked about like ideas for new content we want to do in our 2016 update video.
Yeah, and don't like. I mean, we'll lead on to what we're aiming at next. We're both going to the tournament Genesis 4 this weekend. That's like a week from today, a little bit less than a week from today. So we're gonna be making like a Genesis video. So look out for that. I don't know. Follow us on Twitter if you wanna get like more up to date shit. I don't know. It's been fun.
It's been a good ride so far.
Mateo.
Welcome back, Miles. We've been busy, but we're back because we enjoy doing this channel for ourselves and for you guys. So hopefully you guys stick around for the new content we have to offer this year. It's going to be a good year.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to be doing a lot of Switch stuff when it comes out, but I would also imagine probably like maybe some Melee videos or Street Fighter, something like that.
We are a Nintendo channel, but we can expand also to different systems.
Expand. Maybe like a Battlefield video. Ooh. Oh wait, but that's kind of like single player.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
We got plenty of ideas.
That was good, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this discussion, and we hope to see you guys again real soon.
See ya.